Hi everybody, I'm Chris Silva, Executive Director of the Bardavon, UPAC, and the Hudson Valley Philharmonic. And we can't be open right now to welcome you to this theater, but we've created a streaming series called Albums Revisited, almost the next best thing. We take great albums, put together an incredible array of artists who do original covers of every song on that album, and stream them out to you. It's on our YouTube at Bardavon channel, that's how you get it. You can subscribe to it, we'll send you notifications. And you're going to see a little highlight of our Bardavon.org website. That's where you go to donate. Or you can go to our PayPal site. Either way, go to Bardavon.org, press the Donate Now button, take you right to PayPal. We need the help. It's going to be a while before we reopen. And this is one way you can help us stay alive until that time. A portion of everything you give will be shared with People's Place in the city of Kingston and Dutchess Outreach here in the city of Poughkeepsie. So do what you can. Thanks again. Enjoy the show.
Trucking, got my chips cashed in. Trucking, like the two diamonds together.
Welcome to the Bardavon second online Albums Revisited stream. Celebrating the 50th anniversary release of the Grateful Dead's American Beauty. It's our follow-up to our stream of Bob Dylan's Highway 61 Revisited. Now you might wonder, why do we follow up Dylan with the Dead? Well, the two worked together a lot over the years, and it just seemed like a logical way to go. You can check out the Bob Dylan Highway 61 Revisited stream along with all of our other streams at Bardavon Presents at YouTube. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Stephen Lamarca, production manager for the Bardavon and curator for tonight's event. Every Deadhead has their own story of how they got on the bus with the Dead, and for me, it was when I was very young, my brother turned me on to the Dead, and I used to listen to American Beauty over and over. It was one of my favorite albums. But it wasn't until my first show, which was Labor Day weekend, 1977, Englishtown, New Jersey, at Raceway Park, that it all kind of came together for me. Tickets were $10 and the show featured the Marshall Tucker Band, New Riders, and the Dead. We got down there Friday night and I wandered through my first parking lot scene in awe until the gates opened around 2 a.m. and we headed in to claim a spot to crash. I woke up surrounded by what swelled to a mass of over 150,000 people as the temperature climbed up to about 100 degrees. Marshall Tucker kicked off the show and about 6 or 7 the Dead hit. The show was mind-blowing and the sound system was amazing with 12 delay towers and there were all kinds of musical highlights. But for me, the moment when Jerry started his guitar solo on Estimated Profit and took off and carried 150,000 people with him, that it all kind of came together for me. That moment still gives me goosebumps when I listen to it. A few days later, I started the 10th grade and I was a Deadhead. There was no turning back. My long, strange trip with the Dead had begun. Our first guest is Nikki Bloom, who is known on the jam band circuit for her work with the Gramblers, Phil Lesh and Friends, as well as a local connection here with playing with Mountain Jam and our very good friends, the Midnight Ramble Band. And we're really happy to have Nikki kicking off the broadcast tonight. Here's Nikki Bloom doing Box of Rain.
Look out of any window, any morning, any evening, any day. Maybe the sun is shining, birds are winging, no rain is falling from a heavy sky. What do you want me to do for you, to see you through? For this is all a dream we dreamed one afternoon long ago. Walk out of any doorway, feel your way like the day before. Maybe you'll find direction around some corner where it's been waiting to meet you. What do you want me to do to watch for you while you're sleeping, then please don't be surprised when you find me dreaming too. Look into any eyes you find by you, you can see clear to another day. Maybe you've been seen before through other eyes on other days while going home. What do you want me to do for you, to see you through? It's all a dream we dreamed one afternoon, ooh, long ago. Walk into splintered sunlight, inch your way through dead dreams to another land. Maybe you're tired and broken, your tongue is twisted with words half spoken and thoughts unclear. What do you want me to do for you, to see you through? A box of rain will ease the pain, and love will see you through. Just a box of rain, wind and water. Believe it if you need it, if you don't just pass it on. Sun and shower, wind and rain, in and out the window like a moth before a flame. And it's just a box of rain, I don't know who put it there. Leave it if you need it, or leave it if you dare. And it's just a box of rain, or a ribbon for your hair. Such a long, long time to be gone, and a short time to be there.
These original performances were created for the Bardavon and in support of the Bardavon and our local food kitchens. And I want to thank all the amazing artists for their generosity, all the technicians that worked with the artists to create these videos and make this entire event possible. So thank you. American Beauty and Working Man's Dead both were released in 1970, and they showed a seismic shift in style for the Grateful Dead. In fact, the music they created back then has had reverberations up into today and has influenced countless jam bands and bands of all kinds in America and beyond. Our next song, Friend of the Devil, made its debut in 1970 at the Capitol Theater in Portchester. And our next band, Animal Liberation Orchestra, has been described as a funk jam, feel-good groove machine. Originally from San Francisco, they've been on the scene for over 30 years, and really they defy all labels. Here's ALO performing Friend of the Devil.
Hollered out from Reno, I was trailed by 20 hounds. Didn't get sleep that night till the morning came around. Said I'll run 'em, but I'll take my time. Friend of the devil is a friend of mine. I get home before daylight, just might get some sleep tonight. I ran into the devil, babe, he loaned me 20 bills. I spent that night in Utah in a cave up in the hills. I set out running, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight. I got 2 reasons why I cry away each lonely night. The first one's named Sweet Anne Marie, and she's my heart's delight. The second one is Prison Babe, sheriff's on my trail. And if he catches up with me, I might spend my life in jail.
I ran down to the levee, but the devil caught me there. Took my $20 bill and he vanished in the air. Set out running, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight.
Lonely night. First one's named Sweet Anne Marie, she's my heart's delight. Second one is Prison Babe, the sheriff's on my trail. If he catches up with me, I might spend my life in jail. I got a wife in Chino, babe, and one in Cherokee. First one says she's got my child, but it don't look like me. I sit out running, but I take my time. A friend of the devil is a friend of mine. If I get home before daylight, I just might get some sleep tonight.
So I first saw the Grateful Dead growing up in the San Francisco Bay Area. From about 1967 to 1971, I spent a lot of time at the Fillmore and Winterland, 2 venues that the great Bill Graham promoted shows at. In fact, he kind of created the scene that we now take for granted in rock and roll. I saw everybody: Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix 3 times, Jefferson Airplane, you name it, I saw them, Quicksilver Messenger Service. But at the Grateful Dead, they seem to be always playing the Fillmore or Winterland. In fact, I believe they played every single month at one or both of those places in San Francisco. So that's like 20 times a year where you could catch the Grateful Dead in San Francisco alone. Kind of mind-blowing. And they always played the longest sets. You know, most acts back then would play 30, 40 minutes, maximum an hour. It would not be unusual for the Dead to go for 2 hours or more. And as everyone knows today, that's nothing. Eric Krasnow is a guitarist and co-founder of the bands Soul Live and Lettuce, and he's also known for his work with Tedeschi Trucks Band. Otis McDonald got his inspiration and his name from the work of Shuggie Otis and Michael McDonald. If you don't know that story, check it out. Here are Eric and Otis performing Sugar Magnolia.
1, 2.
Blossoms blooming, hands all empty, and I don't care. Saw my baby down by the river, knew she had to come up soon for air.
Over the past few months, our next guest, Jorma Kaukonen, has hosted a series of quarantine concerts from his Fur Peace Ranch music camp in Ohio, often joined by John Hurlbut on a few songs, who joins him here again tonight. If you haven't tuned into these yet, they are available on Fur Peace Ranch's YouTube site. Check them out and show those guys your support. As guitarist for the Jefferson Airplane, Hot Tuna, as well as a stint with Janis Joplin, Jorma shares some deep roots with the Grateful Dead and the Bay Area scene that they all emerged out of. Jorma's been a great friend to the theater and has appeared many times over the years at the Bardavon, and he's always quick to lend us his support, which we can't tell you how much we appreciate. The next song is Operator, originally sung by Pigpen, and here's Jorma to tell us a little bit about it.
So my friend Mr. John Hurlbut and I are so thrilled to be doing this song, and it reminded me, I was talking to John before we recorded it. I met Pig when he was like 14 or 15. Back then, he was just Blue Ron. And he just played the guitar and sang and played harmonica. So he was awesome then. This is an awesome song, and it's an honor for the two of us to do it.
Operator, can you help me? Help me if you please. Help me to find the right area code and the number that I need. My rider left upon the midnight flight, singing like a summer breeze. She might be somewhere down south, down about Baton Rouge. I just can't remember a number I can use. Directory don't have it, Central done forgot it. Got to find a number to use. Trying to check out her number, trying to run down her line. Operator says that's privileged information and it ain't no business of mine. It's flooding down in Texas, the poles are out in Utah. Got to find a private line. She might be hanging around a steel mill, working in a house of blue light, riding the getaway bus out of Portland, talking to the night. I don't know where she's going, don't care where she's been, so long as she's been treating me right.
Besides being a lifelong fan of the Dead, I feel really lucky to have presented both Bob Weir and Mickey Hart right here on this stage at the Bardavon. Bobby was here with Rat Dog, and they opened the show with The Music Never Stopped, and the crowd went wild. Mickey performed here with the Global Drum Project, which featured Zakir Hussain, Giovanni Hidalgo, and a couple other amazing percussionists. And if you were here for either of these shows, you know that the energy was through the roof, and both of them were really amazing nights here at the Bardavon. Getting a chance to walk around Mickey's percussion setup, which included the beam, was kind of amazing, a close-up glimpse of where the magic happens. And getting a chance to hang out and talk briefly with both Bobby and Mickey was just too cool. The next song up is Candyman, performed tonight by the Yonder Mountain String Band, who for the last 20+ years have redefined bluegrass, expanding the genre and really helping create the jamgrass movement. And we're really happy to have them here tonight. Here's Yonder Mountain String Band doing Candyman.
Come all you pretty women with your hair hanging down. Open up your windows, 'cause the Candyman's in town. Come on, boys, and gamble. Roll those laughing bowls. 7 come 11, boys, I'll take your money home. Look out, the Candyman. Here he comes and he's gone again. Pretty lady ain't got no friend till the Candyman comes round again. I come in from Memphis, where I learned to talk the jive. When I get back to Memphis, be one less man alive. Good morning, Mr. Benson. I see you're doing well. If I had me a shotgun, I'd blow you straight to hell. Look out, the Candyman. Here he comes and he's gone again. Pretty lady ain't got no friend till the Candyman comes round again. If you have got the mind, if you've got $1, boys, lay it on the line. Hand me my old guitar, pass the whiskey round. Won't you tell everybody you meet that the Candyman's in town? Look out, the Candyman. Here he comes and he's gone again. Pretty lady ain't got no friend till the Candyman comes round again. Look out, the Candyman. Here he comes and he's gone again. Pretty lady ain't got no friend till the Candyman comes round again.
Hi everybody, welcome to UPAC. I just want to remind you that we're hoping to reopen UPAC and the Bardavon in 2021, but we're going to need a lot of help. Go to bardavon.org. You can push our Donate Now button, takes you right to PayPal, or hang around the site a while, see what else we do. Donate as much as you can. A piece of every dollar will go to People's Place here in the city of Kingston and Duchess Outreach in the city of Poughkeepsie, doing a lot to feed the hungry during this difficult time. So enjoy the show. I'll see you later. Although Ripple was originally on the B side of Truckin', it quickly became an example of the great collaborative spirit between Robert Hunter and Jerry Garcia. Hunter recalled to Rolling Stone that when his friend came up with the music to match his lyrics, they were on that train trip well known as the Festival Express back in 1970, full of amazing musicians traveling across Canada. Jerry stopped apparently on the side of the road. Not too far off was the sunrise as he set Ripple to music. Up next is Hudson Valley resident Marco Benevento, who is the keyboardist for the band's Benevento-Russo duo, as well as Joe Russo's Almost Dead. Here, Marco is joined by some very special guests. Feel free to sing along.
If my words did glow with the gold of sunshine, and my tunes were played on the harp unstrung, would you hear my voice come through the music? Would you hold it near as it were your own?
Robert Hunter wrote Broke Down Palace in 1970. In fact, he wrote it on the same day as he wrote Ripple and To Lay Me Down, which is kind of amazing. It had its premiere at the Fillmore on August 18, 1970, which happened to be my 20th birthday. I can't remember if I was there or not. It's entirely possible I was. I do remember a Grateful Dead show that had the Preservation Hall Jazz Band, a group of 80-year-old New Orleans jazz musicians, open for the Grateful Dead. That was an amazing show, and you may not know this, but Miles Davis Group and the Grateful Dead also shared a bill at Fillmore West. Bill Graham was amazing, the combos he put together. In the mid-70s, Broke Down Palace became their closing song for all the Dead concerts. It was sort of a way of saying, fare thee well. The song was always a showcase for some amazing harmonies, so it's fitting that the Harmonellas will be covering Broke Down Palace on this recording. They're a group of great session players who have backed some amazing artists, including Pete Townsend, Steely Dan, Levon Helm, and too many more to mention. Here are the Harmonellas with a beautiful version of Broke Down Palace.
Fare you well, my honey.
Fare you well, my only true one.
All the birds that were singing
Are flown except you alone.
gonna leave this broke down palace. On my hands, my knees, I will roll, 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 roll. Make myself a bed by the waterside. In my time, I will roll, roll, roll. In a bed by the waterside, I will lay my head. Listen to the river sing sweet songs. Rock my soul,
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 rock my soul. River gonna take me, sing me sweet and sleepy. Sing me sweet and sleepy all the way back home. It's a foregone lullaby so many years ago. Mama, mama, many worlds have come since I first left home. Oh, mama, mama, many worlds have come since I first left home. Going home by the waterside, I will rest my bones.
Listen to the river sing sweet songs. Rock my soul,
Rock my soul,
rock my soul,
rock my soul,
rock my soul.
rock my soul.
Gonna plant me a weeping willow on the bank's green edge. It'll grow, grow, grow. Sing a lullaby beside the water. Lovers come and go, the river roll, roll, roll. Lovers come and go, the river she roll, roll, roll.
Fare you well, I love you more than words can tell.
Listen to the river sing sweet songs. Rock my
So
soul,
rock my soul,
Rock my
yeah,
soul,
rock my soul,
rock my
so rock my soul.
I was too young to experience some of the original New York rock palaces like the Fillmore East and the Capitol Theater when they were first opened, but so many highlights of so many tours with the Dead and some of their offshoot bands were all based in New York for me. Jerry Garcia Band and Bobby and the Midnights together in the pouring rain in an epic show at Music Mountain, and then a few days apart at the Chance in Poughkeepsie, Rat Dog at the Bardavon, the Dead at SPAC, and so many Dead shows at Madison Square Garden. I managed to be backstage for a bunch of shows at the Garden, and one day found myself in an elevator backstage with Allen Ginsberg, who was a huge influence on the Dead, just as they are a huge influence on a lot of the bands who are playing here today. Like so many of the groups on tonight's broadcast, this next band really defies labels, and we're really all the better for it. Railroad Earth can play a mix of stomping bluegrass, Americana, and acoustic breaks that segue into psychedelic jams reminiscent of the Dead. Here's Railroad Earth doing Till the Morning Comes.
Till the morning comes, it'll do you fine. Till the morning comes, like a highway sign, showing you the way, leaving no doubt of the way on in or the way back out. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll watch out for you. You're my woman now. Make yourself easy. Make yourself easy. Make yourself easy. Till we all fall down. It'll do you fine. Don't think about what you left behind. The way you came, or the way you go. Let your tracks be lost in the dark and snow. Tell you what I'll do. I'll watch out for you. You're my woman now. Make yourself easy. Make yourself easy. Make yourself easy. When the shadows grow, it'll do you fine. When the cold winds blow, it'll ease your mind. The shape it takes could be yours to choose. What you may win and what you may lose. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll watch out for you. You're my woman now. Make yourself easy. Make yourself easy. Make yourself easy. My woman now. Make yourself easy. You're my woman now. Make yourself easy. You're my woman now. Make yourself easy. You're my woman. Make yourself easy.
The Dead just released the 50th anniversary reissue of American Beauty, and earlier in October they also released studio tapes from that album called American Beauty, The Angels Share. The new collection includes stripped-down demos of every song on the album, as well as alternate takes, mixes, studio banter, and for Addicts of My Life, a previously unreleased solo version. It's a real treat to hear these classic songs in such a raw, primitive form during the creation process. Doing Addicts of My Life today is Doobie Decibel Sisters. They collectively have played with Phil Lesh, Santana, Eric Clapton, Jack Johnson, just to name a few. They love to collaborate with other artists, and in fact, Dan Lebo Leibowitz is making his second appearance tonight, having performed earlier with ALO on Friend of the Devil, which he also mixed for the band. Here are Doobie Decibel Sisters doing Addicts of My Life.
In 1997, as a nod to the counterculture, the U.S. Library of Congress made truckin' a national treasure. What a long, strange trip it's been. The song was composed in collaboration with Robert Hunter, Jerry Garcia, Phil Lesh, and Bob Weir, and it is an autobiographical song inspired by their drug bust while they were on tour in 1970 in New Orleans. It was performed for the very first time on August 18th, 1970 at the Fillmore in a concert that I may or may not have been at, and well received. Our next artists are friends from upstate New York, Donna the Buffalo. They're everything you ever want in a roots band. Here's Donna the Buffalo performing Truckin'.
Chicago, New York, Detroit, it's all on the same street. Your typical city involved in a typical daydream. Hang it up and see what tomorrow brings. Dallas got a soft machine. Houston, too close to New Orleans. New York, it's got the ways and means, but just won't let you be. On the street, speak the true love. Most of the time they're sitting and crying at home. One of these days, you know they better get going. Down the street and out all alone. Trucking like the did not man. Once told me you got to play your hand. Sometimes the card is worth a dime if you don't lay 'em down. Sometimes the lights are all shining on me. Other times I can barely see. Lately it's occurred to me. What a long, strange trip it's been. What in the world ever happened to Sweet Jane? She lost her sparkle, you know she isn't the same. Living on meds, vitamin C, and cocaine. All the friends can say it was a shame. Trucking up to Buffalo, and thinking you got to mellow slow. You take time, you pick a place to go, and just keep trucking on. Sitting staring at the hotel window. Got a tip, they're gonna kick in the door again. I'd like to get some sleep before I travel. But if you got a warrant, I guess you're gonna come in. Busted down to Bourbon Street. Set up just like a bowling pin. Knocked down just to where it's been. Guess they just won't let you be. You're sick of hanging around, you'd like to travel. You're tired of traveling,
Our next tune is New Speedway Boogie. It's a bonus track that they originally recorded on Working Man's Dead, which came out just a few months before American Beauty. They knew they had a real groove going with all their songs, and this one, New Speedway Boogie, was inspired by the tragic events that occurred at the Altamont Speedway Festival in 1969. Now, I happened to be at that event, and I know the Grateful Dead were there, but then they left when they found out what was going on because it was really hairy, and believe me, it was terrible, and a real bizarre final end to the 60s. I was kind of glad I was there so I can tell stories about it, but I would never want to repeat it. New Speedway Boogie will be performed by the Weight Band, who came into their own, performing with Levon Helm and the Barnburners, the band, and the Midnight Ramble Band. Now known, of course, as the Weight Band, they did a killer version of Tombstone Blues on our Bob Dylan Highway 61 Revisited stream, and here they are doing an equally killer version of New Speedway Boogie, the Weight Band.
Say, if you please don't back up the track, this train's got to run today. Spend a little time on the mountain, spend a little time on the hill. Like some say you better run away, others say you better stand still. I don't know, but I've been told it's hard.
Told in
I just want to thank everybody for watching. Our next Albums Revisited stream will celebrate the 50th anniversary release of the Velvet Underground's Loaded. And it will feature a whole lot of great artists, including John Doe, Deerhoof, Delta Spirit, and more to be announced. Also want to remind you to subscribe to our Bardavon Presents It YouTube channel so that you'll get updates. And if you can, make a tax-deductible donation to the Bardavon. We need your support now more than ever. You can go to bardavon.org to find out all our information. Thanks again. See you next time.